my fellow travelers, and welcome to Spirit Therapy with Nicole. I'm Nicole Tomasini, and I'm laughing because I just spent, half an hour trying to figure out how to use a memory card that says it's full when it's not full. So, and then all of a sudden, here we are, and I figured it out. So, I was about to give up so many times, and I think this is a message coming in for this week. It was so weird, I have to acknowledge it. So, I think I said last week that things may not go as planned, but they are working out for your highest good. And what just happened is a perfect example of that. So, but yet, here we are. And here we are in Aries. So happy birthday to all of my Aries fellow brothers and sisters out there. I wish you all the best on this first of the zodiacs. And I wish all of you who are not Aries the best on this first sign of the zodiac. It's an interesting start because we still have quite a few things, planets, north nodes of the moon, might be the south node, in Pisces. But now we have Mercury in Aries, the sun in Aries. And we also have a lunar eclipse on Wednesday, which happens to be my birthday. Lunar eclipse in Libra. So what does that tell us? Balance. Balancing the water and all of the dream world and all of the accumulation of everything that we have learned on this journey, this cycle that we go through every year. But especially this year, what have we learned in the last year? And we had all of that water to fly around in it and see what we really have learned. And now, moving into Aries, there's still some smoke. The fire's coming in, but we're not quite there yet. I think once we get through this lunar eclipse, things will chill out a little bit and be more obvious as to what's going on. So you may already be feeling excitement about things to come. There is some more clarity, so we can see a little bit more our road. But sometimes that excitement is a little confusing. We're like, why are we so excited? These things aren't happening for a week or 4 days or 2 months. So not only is it about the balance, but it's also about the moderation. How do we moderate ourselves and our feelings, our thoughts towards the future, our memories of the past, and what's going on right now with all that's going on right now. It's amazing. There's a different level of understanding going on, but we just got here, so it's a little bit of a jerky start. That's how I feel. I'm kind of thinking about how I'm sounding in the camera while still talking, and it's flowing through me even though I'm watching. So that's something that I found today. I wonder if I'm rambling, but here comes the story. So today, it seems like I've found a new level of grounding that's a little higher, which kind of makes me feel ungrounded and wonder if I should go more down into the earth. And maybe some of you are feeling some of these same things. It's a very interesting feeling because your mind feels clear, but yet you feel like maybe you're on a hilltop and grounded on top of the hilltop instead of lower. And when I ask my guides, what's going on with that? You know, am I ungrounded, or is this a new level of grounding? And they say, why do you feel like you have to go all the way down to ground? How about if this is the new level of grounding? So I, just like the rest of you, am learning to trust myself and trust the guidance that comes through for me. So I went with it today, and I did a meditation where I practiced grounding in each element. And it really gave me a new feeling of how to ground on different levels. So I don't know if you want to close your eyes and try this. Do whatever you want. But I'll talk us through it, and I might not look at the camera. Just take a couple minutes. I'll just give you a little taste. And then, if you feel so inclined, maybe you try it out in your own meditation and go deeper into it. So, let's start with water, because water is not only where we just came from, but it is not what you would really think of as grounding. But fish are grounded. Fish know exactly where they are and what their surroundings are, even though they're constantly moving. So let's envision what it is to ground in water. There's a flow happening, there's a constant movement, but yet, where's the grounding? It's in the sonar, it's in the waves, it's in the pulses, it's in possibly, who knows, fish smells. And also an understanding of your surrounding just by the feeling, the energetic pulse of where you are. That's how I see it. If you want to do it a different way, by all means, please do. So that's water. Then we have, let's try air. How do we ground in air? Air is constantly moving, but yet, when we go outside and we take that big breath of air and we feel the breeze in our face, that's grounding. You go, I feel so much better. And of course, the breath itself. Just taking a good breath like that, a couple of those, that's grounding with the air. And then how about water? Fire. How do we ground with fire? Fire is about that life force, that energy coming through you. It's also about the heat of the hearth, a heat of a bath, the heat of the sun that brings us into our body and lets us feel invigorated and alive and warm and pulsating with our blood in our veins. So that grounding into the energy of action without having to take action, pretty grounding. Oh, my nose is itching. What does that mean? And then the last one, and I saved this one for last just because when we usually talk about grounding, we think of earth. So with earth, how do we ground into earth? So now we have all those elements and we take it into the body. How do all those elements, the breathing, the fire, the pulsing in the energy of what's around us and the cosmos, and bring it into the body and bring it into the grounding of the earth. Ooh, and then you can visualize anything. Grass, tall grass, the beach, the desert, the forest, whatever, but something that brings you down into the earth. So I hope that's helpful. That's what I found out today. And it really gave me a whole new idea of grounding. And, I, like the rest of you, it's fresh off the presses, as they say. So that's pretty much the vibe for this week. Is it's a different level of centering. It's a different level of where is our moderation, where is our center, and especially our center in the unknown, because these next 6 months, lots of things are going to happen, and it's only going to start with Aries, which we're in right now. So, and then come spring, all kinds of things are coming to life. So, in our different level of centering, maybe also our centering is the heart chakra, which is the moderation between so above, so below. So it's come to my attention that a lot of people are thinking about, looking at, exploring the idea of love. And how do you open your heart to love? That's the Jesus card in the Ascended Masters deck. That's one of my favorite decks by Doreen Virtue. How do we open our hearts to love? It's kind of risky. But isn't it the greatest thing to risk? And are you really risking? Because we can all say, open your heart to love. And we go, oh, sure, of course, everyone loves love. But it's really not that easy. It brings up a lot of our own stuff. It brings a lot of our insecurities. It brings a lot of our fears. And it can be a romantic relationship. It can be a new friendship relationship. Working. Anything that you care about. I know this has been a theme that we're talking about here, but we all love something, and we're all here to do something, and we all love the thing that we're here to do. So the only thing stopping us is us with offering resistance because we have doubt. So how do we let this love pour in and know that we're going to be protected, and know that we're not going on some pipe dream, and know that we will be protected, guided, supported every time we reach out and or open up to and receive love. So if anything or a few things in your life are happening that are tugging on your heartstrings, that are making you go, well, is this really a thing? Like, is this really possible? Could this be? You're in the realm of a lesson that is clearly penetrating this planet right now of, will you dare to love? Do you have the courage to do what it is that you love, and to find out what that is, if you don't already know? So, very exciting stuff. And here's the last tidbit that I'll give you. I was going to do a short one today, but that didn't really happen. Always going with the flow. Take a lesson out of the Pisces book, and the flow, because you're going to need it, especially with the Aries and the fire. You know, we're a whole ball of wax, so flaming coming right at you. So energetically too. So as an Aries and as your spirit therapist, being in the moment. If you are thinking towards the future, either with worry or with trepidation or with excitement, you're not being in the present. And if you're thinking about the past, either daydreaming or replaying, hashing things, you're not in the present. This is Eckhart Tolle. If you want to check it out, really if you're looking for the moment, it's about 20 minutes on YouTube. It's called Letting Go of Psychological Ties by Eckhart Tolle, Tolle. So Now, I think that going into the future and thinking about it and exploring the past is a good idea as a therapist. But if you do feel like you're going there so much that you're not in the present, it can give you a feeling of sadness or separation. So if you listen to this and he says that the minute you realize that you may not be in the moment, you are snapped right back into the moment. So if we're feeling all kinds of things about whatever direction or what's happening right now, to just be in the moment and experience life, your life force, not your life experience, but your life force. Here I am, here I be, here I sit, and here I enjoy and observe. And that just snaps you right back into, okay, and here we are moving forward. So again, also being in the moment, not as easy as thought. And there's so much to think about. Maybe you roll around and where are we? So find your center, remember what the moment is, and if you choose to off-road and go in the past and the future and in any direction, know that that's okay too. Just remember that the present is always there for you, and that is the most alive. So I think I'll leave you with that. If you'd like a spirit therapy session, I'm going to be on vacation actually from Thursday until April 4th, but you could leave us a message and we can get back to you in April. And but Zion's around for a spirit therapy drawing. It's opposite in the camera. And you can find us at spirittherapy.nyc. And yeah, so we'll see if I can get a video off while traveling without a laptop, because I'm a desktop kind of girl. If I can, I'll do one on Monday. Otherwise, I will see you again on April 4th. All right, people. Enjoy your ride and take it all in, experience the experience, and enjoy it for whatever it is. And even if things get in your way or aren't quite going right, as long as you relax into it. Here we are, video done, which it wasn't about to be in a minute. So there is a road, there is a way. And if you love it enough, where there's a will, there's a way. So there you go. There's the tips and tools from Nicole. And in love and light, I bid you good night. Peace, people. Have a great week.